audio keeps dropping, but looks
No
like
worries.
it's going, so whatever. Yeah, so
Good to
you're
go?
on now. You're good to go. Talk
So,
about whatever you want.
anything interesting, right?
Anything you want.
All right, well, I can talk about, I trade, funny enough, people look down upon it, but I trade NFTs.
Okay.
You know what NFTs are?
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I know.
Exactly. So, people really look down upon it, but I started in around October.
I think people are right, but anyway, keep going.
No, I agree with them. It's super silly. It's super stupid. The whole mechanism behind it is dumb.
Yeah.
But I got into it around October. My cousin told me about it. And so the way it works is you mint things. Mint things is, what that means basically is you purchase something, right?
That doesn't exist before.
That doesn't exist before.
You pay for it to exist, even though
pay-
it has no intrinsic value.
Exactly. You pay for a photo, literally. You pay for a
Sometimes not
picture.
even a photo. Sometimes something dumber than a photo. But
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he told me about it in October. There was a raffle for a project called Mechaverse.
Okay.
And he told me okay, so you need 0.4 Ethereum, which is
Shit.
at that point in time it was about 2K.
But now it's like 600.
It's 0.2. I'm sorry, 0.4 is like 750-ish. It's gone down.
Yeah.
So at that point he was like, so you need that, then you can sign up for the raffle, right? And then once you sign up for the raffle, you have a chance to be chosen to mint, right?
So you don't even get a mint. You might get a mint.
You might get a mint.
That's
Exactly.
so sick. So you're literally just gambling.
Yeah, but you don't
Not
lose
to-
the money. The 0.4 ETH is just
They give it back?
no, it was just a verifier to make sure you have the money available to mint if you get chosen, right?
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you pay it and then it's like you're
No,
literally
no,
buying
no.
a lottery ticket for like 0.4 ETH.
No, that'd be a
So
ripoff.
sick.
It's just
What is
it's a way to exclude bots,
Right.
because every wallet that gets verified has to have
see.
$2,000 in it,
Yeah.
basically. So I didn't win, but I noticed all the people who won. He was one of the people who won, right? Around 10,000 people won. He immediately he paid 0.2 ETH for it, which is at the time was around
Some amount. Yeah.
$800, right?
Yeah.
But he sold it for 26,000 because there's that much of a demand for it. So I looked at this, I'm like, this is such a stupid way to make money,
Yeah.
but it's a good way to make money. Like if you play your cards right?
It's just hard to play your cards right.
It's just hard, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's
Dude,
when I was
up so much, and then I'm down so much.
exactly. So
Let's just say I might not be out here tonight if it wasn't for NFTs.
no, literally, NFTs made me so much money. So I started in October, like I said, the story I just told.
Yeah.
October, November, December, I either lost money or learned, right? But I didn't start making money until January. And from January to now, what are we in, June?
Yeah.
I've made around $250,000. So
Holy shit.
yeah, so it's just I'll say it's definitely part luck, but also part just knowing the ecosystem of NFTs. It's a lot, honestly, it's a lot of who you know in the space. So I was super lucky. One of the people I met in October, I'm not going to disclose any information about him, but one of the people I met in October is one of the biggest influence in NFTs now. They grew to that level.
Right.
So because I know him, he's been helping me out and kind of bringing me everywhere, everywhere hype. So this Mechaverse, that Mechaverse thing in October where they made 26 grand, there's been around 5 to 6 projects since then making around 25 to 75,000, and he's helped me get me in all of those.
Okay.
So honestly, I would recommend absolutely 0 people to enter the NFT market, because
Leave all the money for me.
yeah, no, not that. It's because the people who are in it currently, if you look at stocks, if you look at crypto, I think the CPI results related to inflation or whatever got released a couple of days ago, or I think maybe last night. They found out we were at 8%. I think the level of inflation was 8%.
Okay.
It crashed stocks, crashed crypto. I've been looking at it all day while I'm out.
Yeah.
It's like a disease.
I know. You gotta stop. You just stop, man.
Dude, I can't.
I know. You can't. You just stop.
I can, but I have too much money invested, so I have to keep an eye, make
I know.
plays.
You just stop. I know how it feels to check every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not gonna change anything. You just gotta leave it.
It's not going to change anything at all. It's just for peace of mind.
How are you getting peace of mind? I guarantee you're feeling worse every time you check.
No.
There's no good feeling.
I just need to, you know, I keep on looking to get an idea of what plays I need to make while I'm out. Like while I was out today, I converted like 30 grand into USDC, which is called, it's a stable coin.
Yeah.
So it's pinned to the US dollar. So I was worried, and I was right. It's going to continue to drop. So I converted the money, a portion of it, into USDC. So no matter how much it drops now, I'm set at that point.
I guess so.
So, you know, you got to
worry about like taxes, like.
Taxes, when it comes to that, I'll deal with it. Since I'm just a student and all, right? My tax bracket, since I don't have any other source of income, this is technically my income.
You made it $250,000. What do you mean? Like,
yeah, no, this is a
you
$250,000.
Still qualify for student tax bracket?
I'm still in the student tax bracket. I have no other source of income.
Fuck?
Yeah, so
this is why NFTs are stupid, folks. The whole crypto space doesn't make any sense.
No, I promise you.
I'm not pushing for crypto regulation here, but that's a little wild. Like this fucking guy.
That guy, I don't know what he was doing.
He probably lost a bunch of money on NFTs.
Trust me, if anyone's in NFTs right now, they know it's brutal right now. Stocks went down.
It can't be that brutal. You're up $250,000.
Up $250,000, but it could have been double that. If so, here's the other thing. So when I joined in October, started making money in January, I was a little bit. So I wasn't really. I was never introduced into crypto and all this before, right?
Right.
So I was kind of oblivious to the fact that there are cycles to crypto.
Yeah.
So you have the bull markets, like in January, we peaked at like 4.8K per 1 ETH, right? Now we're at
1.6. Last time I used my way onto the fucking
brother,
ring.
I think we're lower now.
Don't say.
We're 1.46 now.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so
what the fuck?
We're at 1.46 now, so
that to make some plays.
Literally, no. But the thing is, with weekend trades, it's a lot less. There's a lot less liquidity in the market. So whales, people with a lot of money, they often manipulate it a lot more. But once the week turns around, we should see not a pump, but we should go back to around 1,600 ETH.
You mean what it was yesterday?
What it was yesterday, literally. It always gets worse on the weekends.
Worst, man. You know, we've been following this logic for how long now? Because we've dipped from 4.8K, like you said, to now 1. This is insanity.
Yep.
You know, it can't feel too bad when you're up that much.
No, you know, I think just my regret is if I knew more about crypto in the first part, and they're called like super cycles, the cycles of Bitcoin, ETH, whatever. If I knew more, I would have instantly, every time I made 20, 30 bands from a play, I would have instantly cashed that out at the current ETH value to USDC.
Yeah.
But at the time, I didn't realize that. I didn't know that we were heading into essentially a recession. That's what everyone was assuming, right? So I continued to backhold ETH, you know, until like I sold a lot of it at 3K, 2.5K, 2K, some today at 1.5. But obviously I'd be up like, I wouldn't say 2 times, but maybe 1.5 times. So maybe let's say like 350K if I had sold every single time I made a play. If I just instantly converted it to USDC, USDT, something, I would be up more. But you know, I've been talking to a lot of people, a lot of other successful traders and stuff, and they basically said the only way to learn, and this goes for anything in life, the only way to learn in life is to do, right?
Yeah.
So all of them, they talk about how they came in with a lot of money, they lost a lot of money, they made a lot of money, and they lost a lot of money, but then through the lessons they learned through these cycles, they were able to create the wealth that they now have, you know? So unless you have a mentor or a dedicated teacher or whatever, something like that, to tell you, yeah, you should do this now, you should do this now. I didn't have that, right? Most people don't. It's these kind of lessons that
throw money in the fire.
You just throw money, and honestly, you write it off as a tuition to the market. So now, you know, I learned great lessons understanding the super cycles of Bitcoin, understanding to cash out immediately, things like that. So
okay, but here's the problem. You said cash out immediately. Immediately when is immediately?
Immediately as in, so I'm following a lot of people who are a lot smarter than me when it comes to the cycles of crypto.
Okay.
And they have already been talking about it. If I knew about these people back in January, I would have already known that they were in stable coins and cash since January. And they were in stablecoins and cash because they understood that we're heading towards a recession market, stock-wise, crypto-wise, NFT-wise, just market-wise in general.
I don't know if that was the actual. I think this is the cherry picking of the analysis after the fact. One thing I've noticed about these guys, a lot of these smart people are just creating fucking content. They're literally just like, like one way or the other. Hey, some shit is. They won't even say what. Like it'll be like, hey, shit is going down. It's a good, bad. You don't know. Click in and watch this shit.
So like,
you know, like
I feel you on that. There's definitely cappers. Like there's people now who are still saying, oh, this is just to shake out the quote unquote paper hands. Like we're still gonna have a bull market. I don't follow those people. I don't watch any YouTubers. It's people on Twitter. There's two people on Twitter. Shout out to Crypto Calio and Pentoshi. They have about 500,000 followers each.
all right.
These guys have drawn what are called fractals. So you know when you look at a crypto chart, you see lines up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
Based on their predictions related to recession and just the overall state of the world, they've drawn these fractals based on their assumptions of how the market's going to act. And Calio, and specifically, has been very accurate in the last 1 to 2 months.
So he predicted 1.5K there.
He's predicted 1.5K. They've predicted, and not just 1.5K, I'm talking about the variation. Like, let's say at this week, it pumps up to this value, then it goes down to this value, then it equalizes at this value. He's predicted that.
Okay.
Because he has that much of an understanding of the trends related to crypto, how it relates to the market state, all that. So if I had found these people earlier on in January, I could have realized like, hey, we're heading into a recession. It's probably smart to just, whatever plays, like January, I made 45 grand. I should just convert this straight into stablecoin. If it goes up, it goes up. But if it goes down, I made the right play, right? You kind of have to realize the risk. So I lost a solid, not lost, this is more like unrealized profits. I lost a solid maybe 100 to 150,000 just because I wasn't aware of these cycles and cashed out my ETH at a lower value.
Yeah.
So that's like a lesson I learned. Thankfully, like I said, I started with around 2K.
2K.
So $2,000 so I 100 times my portfolio.
More than. Yeah.
More than. So obviously it would take some very, very stupid plays to say, oh, I lost money. I'm up, how do I phrase it? Regardless of what happened, I'm up, basically, right?
It'd be very hard for you to be down at this point.
Exactly, it'd be super hard for me to be down.
Just cash out $4 grand and put it in your pocket, you'll always be up.
I'd still be up.
Yeah.
I could lose everything except 2K and still be even. So like...
all these years of NFT crashes.
Exactly.
Up at least. Anyway.
But, that's just the way it is when you're trading.
USDC tanks, and then you're like, what the fuck?
Exactly. Have you heard of the Luna crash?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just hoping that USDC doesn't depeg. That's what happened with Luna.
That would be interesting to watch.
Yeah, but I don't think that would happen simply because.
You think Terra Luna would depeg, go to 1 cent? Like
people
less
know.
than 1 cent?
There's a group I'm in. He predicted it. He predicted that Terra Luna was a Ponzi scheme by the guy's name was Do Kwon.
Yeah.
His Twitter's private now. Information's being released how he's been actually cashing out like 80 mil a month, almost like he knew it was going to happen. I don't know enough about it. I just know that it was a Ponzi scheme. I lost a couple of grand off it. I'm not too invested in crypto. All my plays are in NFT, which is, my dad always laughs. He's like, you're trading the most volatile market ever. You're trading photos of monkeys.
You'll be laughing at him when you drive up with your fucking...
No, I've spent
straight to the bank with this.
I've spent zero money. I've a guy I met. He's from, where is he from? Starts with a C. Colorado. And he traded options for 6 to 7 years. Made very good money. Super intelligent guy when it comes to trading. And his advice was, all of the money you make, put it into a low fee S&P 500 index fund. And don't touch it till you're 50, because this $250,000, right?
That's terrible advice. You know that, right?
No. If you take any 2 points on the S&P 500, the second point will always be higher.
Okay, do you know how old are you?
22.
Do you know how long fucking 28 years is?
I know, but here's the thing.
That's longer than you've lived.
I know, but listen to this. What else am I going to do with that money? You say instead of
fucking buy jet skis and hookers.
Not at all. I'm not. No, that's not how I move. If you take that $250,000, right? Okay. Put it in an S&P 500. You don't touch till you're 50, right?
What are you gonna do with it when you're 50?
Let me ask you this: how much money do you think that $250,000 is worth when you're 50 years old?
If you're fucking dead at 48.
If I'm dead at 48, whoever is around me inherits it. So I still helped someone. But what do you think that
Well, if
money's
you're not
worth?
spending any of it, there's chances are no one's gonna be around you anyway. This fucking cheap motherfucker who only pay for dinner. So yeah, your plan is faulty as fuck, dude.
Man, I'm honestly.
I'll take your plan, revise it, put like 60% of whatever you make.
No, you can do that. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
take the other 40% and build yourself some sort of, hip lifestyle or whatever.
Absolutely. No, I agree with that. From my personal standpoint, I'm privileged enough in the life situation that I am that I don't actually have expenses. Okay. So that any money I make
goes into NFTs.
That
was me, not too long ago.
you trading NFTs too?
Oh fuck! Don't even ask.
Oh my god. Well, yeah. Back to that question. How much do you think that $250,000 is worth when I'm 50? What's your estimation?
Not enough. It's worth a lot more when you're young.
How much?
100% is.
But how much do you think it's worth?
It doesn't matter. It's worth what? I don't know. 3 million.
8 million.
8 million. Whatever.
Exactly.
It's irrelevant because you could actually die at the age of 45.
I could die at the 45.
And 2, by the time you're 50, all the fun you could have had is now not as fun.
But here's the thing.
Old.
So 250.
My shit hurts right now. I'm 26. You think you're gonna be 50? Fucking no.
But let me ask you this: $250K right now, right?
Right.
I'm applying to med school this summer, so I'll have that as an income.
Yeah.
Like I said, I thank God that I'm blessed enough to have no expenses.
Yeah.
Anything I want to purchase, I could purchase with the help of my parents right now. I wouldn't have to dip into anything related to my funds.
Your parents are gonna buy you a sports car?
They can buy me whatever I ask for.
Damn.
Realistically.
You're just like hyper privileged.
Well,
so,
that's
like,
no.
This whole conversation is irrelevant.
That's what I mean. I am privileged, and
You're one of those privileged NFT traders.
But see, I am privileged 100%, and I 100% realize that and understand that for other people's situations, the $250,000 would be better off not invested and used for, living expenses, schooling, tuition, whatever it may be.
But just for those people out there who, maybe don't feel like they're this guy.
Yeah.
He started with 2K. You didn't say that. 2K is
I started,
like...
no,
that's not,
this
that's
wasn't
not
like daddy's money gave me whatever. I started with
2K.
2K and built it up to $250,000.
Yeah.
Like
Anybody
I said,
can do 2K, I think. Most people can do 2K.
There's a portion of luck involved because, like I said, the people I met, it's like the real world, It's the people you know.
Yeah.
And if you know powerful people, if you know rich people, there's a good chance you'll be rich and powerful too. Not a good chance, but it definitely helps.
Yeah.
But yeah,
money makes money, right?
Money makes money, exactly. But for my situation, there's no point in me keeping this $250,000 and spending it. I'd rather invest it, put it in the S&P 500. I'll have other source of income, hopefully get into med school. I'll have the income from being a doctor, my wife, my parents' support, so on and so forth.
Do you even have a girlfriend? Are you talking about this hypothetical wife, or is there like...
This relationship ended back in November.
But you're counting your income on top?
Well, I'm assuming eventually by I'm 50, if I don't have a girl by I'm 50, something must have happened.
Dude, if I'm a fucking NFT millionaire and I'm a doctor, there's no way in hell I'm making my girl work for shit or even thinking about her income. But I guess you're really trying to
I'm just saying,
milk the future.
Here's the thing. If whoever I end up with, here's the thing. My kind of girl is a girl who is driven, goal-oriented, and like a strong, independent woman. I don't really want...
You can do all that, not required income.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. If she said, I would prefer to stay at home, that's fine. Because I know, thankfully, hopefully will be well off enough to allow that. Not a lot of people, but a good portion of the people in my family, the husbands are working and they have enough of a income so the wives don't have to. I would love that. I'd be more than happy to support my family by myself.
I don't know if this is terrible advice, but I feel like if you're doing this well in the NFT space already.
Yeah, not going to med school?
Just fuck med school. Why do you want to get coffee in your face for the rest of your life?
Here's the thing. The NFT market, we saw today.
Yeah, we don't know what might happen.
Exactly, right? It's too volatile. May 1st, we were at 3K ETH.
Well,
right?
Here's my proposition. It's like, we were just talking about rich, if you know the right people, and this is not the last thing, right? So if it all crashes and burns, you can all shift over to the next fucking wild thing, right?
But what could it be?
I don't know. World, man. Do you think any of the shit that was fucking 8 pictures were gonna be worth thousands of dollars?
Oh my god!
So don't even think about what could it be. The thing is, there will be something, and you can definitely get in if you have the right network. And that network of people isn't gonna be built from your doctor's office when they're coughing in your face. They're not there.
Absolutely no.
They're there for a different reason. So
that's true too. But I would rather take the chances of going throughout med school. And let's say at some point throughout med school, something NFT market, crypto, whatever. I start gaining even greater success. and I make enough to the point where I'm like, this is essentially my income as a doctor for a lifetime. I'm making in the next couple years.
Make a private hospital for yourself,
dude. You know, I've always thought about the States, and I'm like, it's just so immoral what happens down there. Because, you know, here we're luckily enough to have...
you trade NFTs, man. Don't talk about morals here.
what morals are related to NFTs, though?
Dude, this money has to be coming from somewhere.
And you know what I'll tell you?
And like, most of them are Ponzi schemes in a sense.
Oh, 100%. Every NFT project out there is 100% a Ponzi scheme. I agree with that. Because why...
You heard it here, folks.
And why would I want to drop... Like, okay, there's a project called Moonbirds, right?
Yeah.
I sold mine for around 30, 45,000, and 2 days later they were 100K, right?
Right.
Guess how much they're worth now?
I have no idea.
30 bands, right? 30 grand. So anyone who purchased at 100, that's because ETH has gone down, right? And, you know, a lot of these projects, they talk about like utility. They're like, oh, you know, if you own this, you get into these private clubs, private
Especially
access.
the Terra Luna's platform.
Oh my god.
Their utility was fucking top notch.
It's all BS. Every word that they use, oh, this is going to help you in the metaverse. This is going to do this.
Ethereum 2.0 is coming out, man. Haven't you heard?
Yeah, the merging, whatever. It's literally all buzzwords. And it's buzzwords to get people attracted, for people to buy. My
favorite buzzword is the fucking support level. That's the best one. Like, how did they come up with this dumbass shit? Oh, yeah.
The support level is legit.
It's not legit.
No, listen. The support level is based on previously, right?
Okay.
You look at the history and see, okay, where has the price consistently bounced off of? Meaning, where has the price consistently been where people are like,
we're going to buy more.
We're going to buy more.
So what price is that for Ethereum, you would say?
Ethereum, so it just was 1,700, right?
And then it went below that.
And then it's
below that.
It's tapped that 6 times. Before it crashed, it's tapped 6 times. Pentoshi, same guy, he said...
But 3 months ago, that wasn't the case, right? They were like, oh, the support level is 2,000.
There's different supports. No, there's supports at each level. You know, like a ladder. There's supports at each level. And when Ethereum... So, for example, the most recent support was at 1,700, right? Pentoshi called that. It's tapped it 6 times. He was like, eventually, we're going to break this support, and that support is going to become resistance. When it becomes resistance, we're going to see hell, and that's what we're in right now. ETH is at 1,400, 1,440. Not guarantee you. You can't talk in absolutes. But by tomorrow, what time is it right now? 3 a.m. 12 hours from now, I guarantee you it's gonna be lower than 1,440. Because weekends, the general rule of thumb is you don't want to trade on weekends because there's such low liquid. The whales can easily manipulate up and down.
So you're saying on my way home I should convert everything to USDC?
I would say I converted a good chunk.
At 1.4K.
Unfortunately, yes,
I would
because
probably kill myself after that.
Dude, it hurts. It hurts. If you look at crypto Twitter, if you look at NFT Twitter, they're like, they've lost so much money. But here's the thing: they've lost so much money, quote unquote, but they're still up hundreds of thousands. That's the thing. It's unrealized profits.
I'm not up any amount. I'm 100% certain that I'm down from every single crypto and NFT venture without question.
Unfortunately,
I'm the guy who's bought, Ethereum up to like 4.6K.
You know what they call you? Retail investors.
Yeah,
that's retail investors because they're people who, no disrespect to anyone.
Yeah.
They're people who don't completely have like an understanding of the market trends. I was a retail investor, like I said.
Bro, I've been in this space probably triple as long as you have.
But see, then you should have known about the cycles then.
But the problem is, like, the cycles 100% exist, but every time, it's like a psychological battle, right? You're like, all right, we're not going back down.
You have to be emotionless.
Hit the dip, and now it's done. Like, we saw, like, last year this happened. This year, like, last summer, Ethereum hit 1.6, 1.8, maybe even lower, and, like, we're like, okay, that was fucking crazy. But like, all right, time to buy up, and now we're looking at 10K Ethereum. That was the narrative.
That was the narrative.
Ethereum is coming, and now we're at the same place. So it's all bullshit and hype and clickbait, and
a good portion of it is that. But you have to be, when you trade, I learned you have to be emotionless. You can't be biased in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, but we're not talking about emotions here. We're not talking about bias. Who would have seen Polygon at like 40 cents? I bought Polygon at 242, I think. 242. That's like 7 times higher than what it is right now. See, where's the emotion? Like, was the emotional buying? Because it was going up, it was doing well, it had its own space and its own utility. I was personally using the Polygon space to buy NFTs because I'm a fucking degenerate. But Crashed and burned.
That's just everything right now. Alts in general, anything but BTC is going to crash and burn. I think the estimates are we hit sub 20k BTC, right?
You just said everything other than BTC, and now you just crashed BTC.
Well, BTC, I guess if you want to call that, it's not necessarily a crash compared to where we were pre-COVID.
That's 60% of its value right now.
That's 60% of its value right now. But if you talk about where the alts,
pre-COVID value,
the alts on the other hand are going to crash and burn. Like I'm talking, ETH might be $600 to $800. I personally will be buying at that point because.
Yeah, but you see the problem though, right? If what you're saying is true, 6 to 800.
Yeah.
That means anybody at any given point that has gotten into cryptos in the last 2 years is down.
Absolutely.
Without exception.
That's the way it is.
A significant amount. So you can see that nobody is winning here.
No.
Nobody. Not a single person.
The only people who are winning.
Day traders maybe are winning. That's it.
Day traders are winning. People who cashed out early are winning. People who are hodling.
People who got out are winning. No,
yeah. They're still winning.
They're not winning.
Well, they won. Sure. Okay, sure. They won. Semantics. They won.
They won.
But hodling, I don't know. I've never been a fan of hodling. You buy at this point, you DCA.
So, since you brought up hodl, I gotta ask you if you're into AMC stocks as well or not.
No, never touch stocks.
Okay, God bless.
Never touch stocks.
That's the word.
I strictly do the most volatile, risky trading, which is NFTs.
I'm strictly the most degenerate person I can be.
Yep. I'm out here purchasing You know what's crazy? I don't know if
purchasing monkeys.
The most recent
literal monkey business.
You know, bro, I was just talking to my sister today, and I was talking about how monkey money. We call it monkey money. Monkey money is up today. Like I was talking about how I made some money off some flips today, but right now there's been a project that was released recently called Goblin Town, and the reason it was released was the slang is when you drop a lot in crypto, you head to quote-unquote Goblin Town. So like when Bitcoin crashes, when alts crashes, when markets crash, you go to Goblin Town. So someone released an NFT called Goblin Town.
Is that like the Harry Potter bank? Is that where the reference comes from or what?
I have no idea. People just say Goblin Town. It peaked at 10 ETH value, which at the time was like $20,000 for these not retarded, sorry. I don't know, I'm like to use that word. For these stupid goblin photos. And then people started making what are called derivatives. So anytime a project does well, people will take that project, whatever the art is, and alter it just enough so they can't be essentially like DMCA'd, and then make money off of it. I think recently there's been like 2 or 3 projects called Poop and Shit Beasts, which are literally piles of poop, pictures of poop, and pictures of like dragons and stuff made out of poop. And they peaked at like $4,000 to $6,000.
See, I feel like the real money to be made is making NFTs, not buying them.
100%. I'm actually coming out. So one of the people I met, they're from Singapore, very well known in the space, whatever. We plan on creating a project on the Solana chain, because the money bro, the money to be made, it's not from flipping. If you make money from flipping, you got very lucky. Simple as that. Because you should be losing money. The money to be made are the people who are creating the projects.
The people who create the Ponzi schemes are the ones who make money. What a fucking shocker.
That's it. Those are the people. Anyone who's making money off of trading, one of 2 things. They got lucky.
Or they haven't tanked yet.
Or they're
in the process of tanking.
Or if they don't pull out quick enough, then they're fucked. Simple. So, that's why I would not advise anyone...
It's like having sex, man. You can do it and it feels good and everything is
going well
until if you wait a little till now you're fucked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I would advise 0 people to enter the NFT space unless you just want to lose money, because you're going to lose money. It's too risky right now.
This is not going to match up with the title that I've put on this video.
Dude, if you want to trade NFTs are a hedge of, so it's ETH, right? Ethereum, which is already crypto, which people are already sussed about, leveraged as photos of shit. So do with that as you will, but don't enter the NFT market. If it's a bull run, enter it.
Okay, well, hold on. Now I gotta ask you this though. Since you are, heavily in the space and you know your shit, supposedly, specifically you know your shit.
Yeah.
If you had to give us like 3 projects to get into right now, even though we shouldn't get into them.
Yeah, 3 projects to get into right now? Okay.
Or 3 projects not to get into, but.
Okay. 3 projects not to get into?
By the way, none of this is financial
advice. Do your own research. All right, 3 projects not to get into. Any project I don't mention right now. The 3 projects to get into. So 1 is CloneX. CloneX, I would only say because it's backed by Nike. They were purchased by Nike.
Okay.
So that's somewhat safe. Like, they're doing fine price-wise. They're holding up strong. Even when everything's going to shit, they're doing fine because they're leveraged. Nike owns them. Okay. They're not going to let them fail. Number 2, it's a project called Moonbirds, which I told you I sold previously, right? They're still at a 22 ETH floor. The reason being, it's heavily...
Wait, hold on. 22 ETH floor. That's like 50 grand.
Yeah.
I'm talking about something that, like, my scrub-ass viewers could maybe mint and make some
mint
cash.
and hold?
Yeah. 22 ETH, this guy.
Sorry, okay.
The privilege is speaking.
So I'll tell you the 3 that I would invest in and the 3 that new investors can invest in. So the 3 that I would invest in are CloneX, what did I just say? Moonbirds, and then Other Side or BAYC. Other Side, so BAYC is the Bored Apes. Everyone knows that,
I have one of those too.
Top of the button. Yeah, there you go. Sure, yeah. The other one I would say is Other Side. So all this metaverse land stuff is bullshit in my opinion. But just because Other Side...
You're not a fan of Decentraland?
No, Other Side is Bored Ape Yacht Club's version of their metaverse land. So simply because it's backed by Bored Ape, it's fine. Like, they have so much capital, so much VC funding. There's, NFT NYC is in 2 weeks or something. They're gonna release some announcements. Yeah, bro. People are asking me if I'm going. I'm not going. No, you'll never catch me. No, people I know don't know I trade NFTs. I would never tell someone, hey, I trade NFTs. I would rather say I traffic cocaine than trade NFTs.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Blur my face. No, I'm joking.
I'll put a monkey face on
put a Bored Ape.
I'll buy a fucking NFT and I'll
send you one of my NFTs. You can put it.
Okay, so here's the future plan for this channel. This is legit.
Yeah.
I have 2 like reels for my, there's 2 cameras, right?
Yeah.
But only one gets put out because I get this. So one day in the future, when I am rich and famous, I'm gonna put the other reels as NFTs. I'm gonna sell them to my fans. What do you think about that? That's like hype, right?
I'll tell you what. Convert anything you can into NFTs. Yeah. Get enough dumb people to buy it. Take your money and laugh all the way to the bank. There's so much easy money to be made.
Yep.
People aimlessly you can make NFTs on ETH or Solana, right?
Polygon too.
Sure, you can do Polygon too. There's a lot of chains, but those are the 2 main chains, right? There was recently a discussion how, like, investors are so stupid investing in, like, Solana, for example. Specifically Solana, because they're like, we're out here minting out collections. So let's say, like, recently, like, whatever, a 10K collection, people are happily giving 2 SOL per mint, giving the team 20,000 SOL, whatever that amounts to, just so they can flip this shit for 2.5 SOL. And they come out with 0.5 SOL, which is like $15, $30. And people are like, we're so stupid in this space. We're giving people millions on millions on millions just so we have the opportunity to make a Big Mac combo. So the money's there. If you want to make a project, like, so many people rug. I would not recommend rugging because now, like, FBI are actually cracking down on people who rug because they're stupid enough to relay their Ethereum back to KYC accounts so they can be found out, like their identity can be found. The way to skip that is to use what's called Tornado Cash or Tornado ETH. Essentially what happens is I'm pretty sure, I don't fully know because I don't do this kind of sus shit. Not financial advice, but I think it, like,
not any sort of advice.
Not any sort of advice. If FBI is watching this, I don't do this, I promise you.
I traffic cocaine.
I'd rather say that.
I promise.
But essentially, it takes whatever ETH you have for, I don't know what the fee is, sends that ETH to a wallet, and loses all previous history of where that ETH came from. So you can be more anonymous. A lot of the times people rug, and for anyone who watching this, rug means like you mint out a project. So a bunch of people purchase all 10,000, then you disappear. You delete your Twitter, delete your Discord, delete any socials. You take that money, put it in Tornado Cash or whatever.
But okay, so I have to ask a question though. Like, this whole rugging business, like, even if they stay behind, it's not like they're giving you money back, right? So,
what do you mean?
Like, what difference does it make if
the
that disappears or not?
The difference
is utilities to these NFTs for the most part, right? Some of them have a little bit, but most are just fucking pieces of shit, like you said.
For a team to stay, because so when someone rugs, you've now lost any association with the project, so it usually goes to zero. Now there's no quote-unquote value.
But did it have value to begin with? It's a picture of shit. It's still a picture of shit.
The only reason...
that guy calling. The next guy.
The only reason it has value beforehand is because... So, for example, Moonbirds, right? Moonbirds, the reason it even got so high was because of the level of venture capitalist backing, specifically a guy named Kevin Rose. He has a lot of money. So people see, okay, here's a project. I don't give a fuck what the art looks like, but look at the team. These guys are obviously successful in Web 2. Web 2 is like anything we have now. Google, Facebook, Twitter, all that bullshit, whatever. This guy's obviously successful. I trust him. So it's just... Dude... Let me pivot here.
Dude, we can't pivot, man. I gotta go.
Quick pivot. This is my last thing before I leave. Do not purchase any project done by a celebrity, an athlete, anyone influential. Do not. Because so many... Floyd Mayweather. How rich is Floyd Mayweather?
I don't know, but I can tell you this. I got into Crow long before Matt Damon was there, so...
Listen, I'm saying for NFTs... Floyd Mayweather, rich ass motherfucker.
Money team,
quote unquote. He rugged his people.
Nice, well played.
So do not purchase anything from celebrities because they're in it for a pure money grab, bro. So many basketball players have came into the space, made an NFT, and rugged that shit essentially.
All right, man. This is the channel name, by the way. RideLight.
RideLight.
All right. Take care.
Peace out. Nice talking to you. Have a good one, man.